Guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Happy St. Patrick's Day for anybody celebrating. If you're new here, I do videos on luxury handbags, shoes, shopping, travel, topics like that. So if those are things that interest you, please take a second, like and subscribe to my channel. It would really help out a small channel like mine. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Trendy CC, specifically in the small size, and I'm going to go over the bag and what fits. So the Trendy CC debuted in spring of 2014. It was a seasonal bag, and it was such a hot bag that Chanel have decided to keep it as a classic bag. Now the Trendy CC comes in a few different sizes: small, like the one I have here, medium, large, and then there's also a wallet on a chain and a clutch with chain. Typically, the Trendy CC comes in lambskin leather. It doesn't come in caviar, so if you're looking for a caviar top handle bag, the cocoa top handle would be your choice. But if you like lambskin like I do, then the Trendy CC is a classic bag that you can't go wrong adding to your collection. Now, as you can see with my Trendy CC, it comes in a diamond quilted pattern. You can also find the Trendy in a chevron pattern. One season also had diamond quilts, but they were much larger. And then one season also had a smooth leather Trendy CC, so it didn't have any quilting at all. And then I've also seen denim Trendy CCs as well. Now, typically for the hardware, I tend to see a lot of the gold, light gold. There's also been silver, ruthenium, rose gold was done last year, and then there have been enamel Trendy CC hardware bags. Now, Chanel tends to produce fewer Trendy CC bags each season, so it's not a bag that you can always typically walk into the store and see. Sometimes you can see it in the store, but I texted my SA because I hadn't seen one in a while, and it took me a few months, and then finally I was able to get the black Trendy CC with the gold hardware. This was from the season, I think right before the rose gold, and I knew that that one was coming, but I didn't have at the time a black Chanel bag with gold hardware, which is such a classic combination for them that I really wanted to make sure that I added it to my collection. So some of the other design elements of the Trendy CC that you'll notice is the top handle, and then you'll notice that there is another handle here, which is actually a chain that extends out of the bag, and it has the classic Chanel chain with the interwoven leather. This is a great feature because you can carry the bag in a few different ways. You can carry it as a top handle like this, crossbody, or a long shoulder bag. Now, at the top of the bag, you'll notice we have this really pretty gold metal plate with Chanel engraved on top of it. This design piece is one that I really like, but it is prone to scratches. That's something that a lot of people point out. So I haven't had any issues with my bag as far as scratching goes, but that is a risk when you're buying this bag. On the back of the bag, you'll find another classic Chanel design element, which is the Mona Lisa pocket, a small little pocket here on the back that you'll also find on bags like the classic flap or the mini top handle, the mini bag, etc. Here is the bottom of the bag. You'll notice that there are no feet. For me, this hasn't been an issue, but it is something to consider. I know some people really like their top handle bags to have feet on the bottom to protect the leather. On the front of the bag, you'll notice that we have the CC turn lock hardware, which you'll also find on some of the other classic bags. But you just open it as you would, and inside you find 3 separate compartments. Now with this chain, you'll notice that they have stoppers here. In previous seasons, this was a removable chain. It was a little T-bar, and you could actually take it out. So if you're looking at pre-loved bags, you might find that style as well. That is just a design feature that was changed over the years. Now looking at the interior of the bag, you'll notice that we have the CC stitched in like you do in the classic flap. And then inside there are 3 different compartments. Now in this front compartment, you'll notice that it looks a lot like the classic flap. You have a little lipstick holder here and then 2 little pockets on the side. Now in one of these little side pockets is where you're going to find the authenticity plate that Chanel does instead of authenticity cards and serial cards. As of last year, you will no longer get bags with an authenticity card and a serial number. It's just going to be a little plate, which you'll find inside. Now moving on to the center compartment, it's just a simple compartment inside. It's going to be the biggest compartment of the three. And then we have the back compartment. It's a little bit of a tighter compartment, something mainly for you to slide in things like papers, maybe your passport, things like that, a card holder. And in the back, we also have a zip pocket. Now, as I mentioned earlier in my video, Chanel doesn't always release a whole lot of CCs every collection. You'll notice that each collection tends to have a lot of different colors, but the Trendy CC will usually only come in a few choices, maybe like 2 or 3. Now, they have played around with the hardwares, as I mentioned earlier too. Last year we saw the rose gold hardware. This year they're doing something very interesting where if you look at the Chanel, and I'll pop a picture of it below too, but if you look at the Chanel, this bag has Chanel laser cut in the hardware up top. This season they're doing a raised Chanel with a really pretty pattern, and then the turn lock will also sort of follow that pattern as well. All right guys, so let's talk about what fits inside the small Trendy CC. Here I have packed my bag full to the brim. As you can see, that middle compartment is really the biggest compartment of the bag, and it's full, but it's not overly stuffed. So when you're carrying the bag and it's full, it can get a little heavy pending what's in there. So just something to keep in mind. I typically don't pack my bag this full, and you'll see what's in here and understand why, but let's open it up and take a look. So inside here is my bag fully packed. And in here I have a zip coin purse from Chanel. This is what I use as my everyday wallet. It's a really good coin purse. If you're looking for something that will hold some cards, a little cash, and some change, this is definitely the way to go, and I highly recommend it. Next I have a small perfume. This is the Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. It is one of my favorites. If you like soft floral scents, this is one to try out for sure. I always tell people it's like pretty in a bottle. Next we have a lip gloss from Pat McGrath. This is one of my favorites called Aphrodisiac. A Tide to Go pen, very, very important if you're clumsy like me and constantly get food on your clothes. This is a must-have in your bag. Next up we have a long wallet. Now, as you can see, it's a very close fit. So you can definitely fit a long wallet in here, and it's going to be a very, very snug fit inside, but definitely a possibility if you are somebody who likes to use a long wallet. Next up, we have a full set of keys. It's a car key and a key to, honestly, I don't even know where, but it's on there, so I'll get in if I ever figure it out where it is too. And then I have a pair of sunglasses. Now you can fit a thin sunglass case or a sleeve with your sunglasses in, but if you have a larger sunglass case like the Chanel cases, it's not going to be a fit. And then back here in the back pocket, I have a mask. And last but not least, and arguably most important, my cell phone. This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's the biggest iPhone size. It's the same size as the iPhone Pro Max 13. So if you have a big phone like this, it's not going to be a problem. It will definitely fit. So what are my final thoughts on the Trendy CC Small? Well, first of all, I can completely understand why it was such a hit back in 2014 when it got introduced and has since become a classic, because it is exactly that. It is a classic bag that will go well with any collection and totally transcend the test of time. It's such an elegant bag, but at the same time an easy to use bag, and it's comfortable. I love my classic flaps, but I still have some issues with them, mainly that I can't wear it crossbody, and then when I do wear it as a shoulder bag, it's not exactly the most comfortable. I have rounded shoulders. I slouch over. I don't have great posture. And so for me, it tends to slide off my shoulder, which is kind of annoying after a while. And sometimes I tend to carry it as a top handle. And as much as I love the design of the bag, and I'll always keep it in my collection, this is by no means bashing the classic flap and telling you like, get rid of yours or anything like that. But I just find the Trendy CC a little bit easier to use, and it still has that classic Chanel feel. As far as the lambskin goes, I'm not really worried about getting it scratched or anything like that. It easily buffs out. I have scratched it a few times and it's buffed out. So yeah, I'm not really concerned about it. But if it is a concern, if you hate lambskin, you're afraid of lambskin, you can go with the Cocoa top handle, which comes in caviar. Would I change anything about the bag? Sometimes I wonder if I would want feet on it. I think maybe feet would be a nice addition, just to sort of protect the bottom of the bag. But I think also with the way that the bag is designed, maybe feet are not the most practical. I'm not really sure. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the Trendy CC. Is it a bag that you're considering adding to your collection? Do you have one in your collection? Are you team Coco handle all the way because it's caviar? Let me know in the comments below. I personally really love it. I think it's going to be in my collection for a long time, if not forever. But that's the end of this video, guys. Don't forget that I have a special birthday giveaway going on right now until April 11th. I'll go ahead and link that video above and at the end of this video so that you can check it out if you haven't already. But that's it, and I will see you soon, guys. Bye.